This video is all about nouns. And the aim of this video is for you to be able to tell the difference between different types of noun and be able to label the correct noun in some sentences. So it's a relatively simple video. There are several types of noun that exist, but for simplicity, I've decided just to focus for this video on 5 of them: proper, abstract, mass, collective, and concrete. For each of these nouns, I have given you the definition of how we know what word is what specific type of noun. And you might already be familiar with some of these. Proper nouns tend to be ones that students know already, and concrete nouns are also very common. But students might find it slightly trickier to be able to understand the concept of an abstract noun or a mass noun. So I'm just going to spend some time talking about these two specifically. So an abstract noun is something that doesn't have any physical existence, but it still does refer to ideas or emotions or concepts, which is still things. So because nouns are often to do with things, love, freedom, aggression, and danger are still things, but they have no physicality to them. For example, they cannot be touched, they cannot be seen, and they cannot be heard. But they are emotions, they're still concepts that exist. So anything that has no physical presence can still be a thing, as in the examples there in that orange box. A mass noun is to do with plurals, nouns that already contain or could contain more than one thing. So, for example, sheep, wood, furniture. The plural of furniture is not furnitures. The plural of sheep is not sheeps, for example. And we don't say, can I have 2 pints of milks? We say milk to mean any amount of milk. So those two can be relatively trickier, whereas students tend to be okay with proper nouns, meaning names of places or people, or concrete nouns, which are things which are kind of everyday objects, as in the examples there in the purple box. In terms of collective nouns, you might hear about these if you're talking about the animal kingdom. A parliament of owls, for example, a flock of geese or a gaggle of geese, and so on. So a collective noun is a singular noun for a collection of people, animals, or things. So it's those 5 nouns which I'm going to be working with next. So we have 3 sentences here, and I have underlined the nouns in those sentences. What you can do is you can pause the video now to try and label the correct noun in these sentences that I've underlined, or you can carry on watching and we can go through the answers. And here are the answers. We've got Luke, London, and Tony, all of which are proper nouns, not only because they begin with a capital letter, but because they are referring to people or places, so they are proper nouns. We have a fair few concrete nouns: car, keys, hotel, birds, nests, forest, because those are all things that are everyday items. Those are things that have a physical presence, and they're objects that could be touched if necessary. We have a couple of mass nouns. Furniture and darkness cannot be pluralized. They already exist in a plural form. So those are 2 mass nouns. We have one abstract noun, worry, because worry is still a thing. It just cannot be touched. It's something, though, that we can feel. And we have a couple of collective nouns. We have a bunch, referring to a bunch of keys, more than one, and we have flocks of birds, as in more than one bird. And of course, birds and nests there are plurals because we've got more than one. So hopefully that was useful in being able to gain confidence with nouns. Thanks for watching.